May 2024, Houston, Texas, 8 a.m. Mary and Estrella looks at her electricity bill. $547. A 65-year-old retired veteran. She lives on $2,000 a month. She's already $450 behind. Last Thanksgiving, she ate dinner by candlelight. A bologna sandwich. In the dark. I didn't have the money to pay, she said. Governor Greg Abbott? He said nothing. But here's what makes this crisis terrifying. Electricity bills in Texas have risen 29% since 2020. They will rise another 29% by 2030. The average Texas household is $1,400 behind on its electricity bill. 1/3 of Texans paid their electricity bills late in 2024. Families are choosing between medicine and keeping the lights on. While Abbott celebrates the Texas miracle, seniors are contemplating suicide because they can't pay their electricity bills. Let's recall February 2021. Winter Storm Uri hit Texas. 4.8 million homes lost power. 246 people died. Some estimates say 700. The grid was 4 minutes and 37 seconds away from total collapse. Wholesale electricity prices skyrocketed to $9,000 per megawatt hour. Normal price, $22. Gritty customers received bills for $17,000. For a few days. Uri's total cost? $195 billion. The most expensive natural disaster in Texas history. What did Abbott do? On February 16, 2021, he blamed renewable energy on Fox News. The Green New Deal would be deadly for America. Our wind and solar shut down, he said. The truth. Natural gas plants lost twice as much capacity as wind. 30 gigawatts of natural gas capacity went down. 16 gigawatts of renewable energy. But Abbott lied. On live TV. Translation. You take millions from fossil fuel companies, you can't blame them. Fast forward to June 8, 2021. Abbott signs Senate Bill 3. Everything that needed to be done to fix the grid has been done, he said. These laws will increase grid reliability and ensure these problems never happen again. Big words. So what did the law do? On paper, it required power producers to winterize. In reality, no effective date. Only critical facilities mandated, not the entire natural gas supply chain. The $2 billion in winterization funding? Stripped from the bill. Backup power for hospitals? Removed. Help for consumers? Nothing. Translation. We threatened companies with fines but didn't give them money or set a date, so we did nothing. What did Abbott get in the 10 days after that session ended? $4.6 million in donations from energy companies. The biggest haul in history. Kelsey Warren, CEO of Energy Transfer Partners, gave $1 million. What did Warren's company make during Uri? $2.4 billion. The entire natural gas industry made $11 billion. From the crisis. Translation. We made billions while hundreds died. Now we're making thank you donations to the governor. Electricity prices from 2020 to 2024. 2020. 11.7 cents per kilowatt hour. 2021. 12.1 cents. 2022. 13.76 cents. The sharpest increase. 2023. 14.46 cents. 2024. 15.1 cents. 2025. 15.45 cents. Total increase, 29%. But the story doesn't end there. Texas Energy Poverty Research Institute projection. Another 29% increase by 2030. Why? A $32 billion infrastructure investment. Who pays? You. Me. Every Texas family. Utility companies will spend $32 billion, then add it to your bill. Encore in Dallas-Fort Worth requested an $834 million increase in 2025. A 13% increase over current revenues. Centerpoint in Houston? A 38% increase in September 2024. Distribution fees went from 3.87 cents to 5.35 cents. One Houston customer, Joe Fisher, saw a $35 monthly increase, despite having a fixed-rate contract. Translation. Your contract says, fixed rate, but we raise transmission fees every month. Surprise. Compare that to what Abbott boasted. Texas is the place in the U.S. that offers more economic opportunity for fellow Texans than any other state, he says. While families stop buying medicine. While seniors eat in the dark. There was David Thompson. He lived in Houston. A Centerpoint customer for 12 years. 56 years old, diabetic, living on his pension. In July 2024, when Hurricane Beryl hit, he went 8 days without power. Triple-digit temperatures. Insulin spoiled in the fridge. $600 worth of medicine went to waste. When the power came back, A $480 bill. He now does contract work. He is 73 years old. He earns $150 less per month than before. He never turns the AC below 78 degrees. Never. Medicine or electricity, he said. You have to choose. There was Jennifer Martinez. She lived in Austin. 32 years old, a single mother of 2 children. In the Encore area. Fixed rate plan. Or so she thought. In 2022, her monthly electric bill was $120. In 2024, $290. Transmission charges have increased 36% since 2017. Jennifer took a second job. Night shift, at a restaurant. Her kids stay with the neighbors. She works 50 hours a week. Still can't pay the bill on time. Now 3 months behind. Owing $420. The collection agency called last week. I did everything right, she said. It doesn't matter. There was Robert Williams. He lived in Dallas. 61 years old, on a fixed income. An Encore customer for 9 years. He has heart disease. His medications cost $600 a month. His electricity bill was $180 in 2023. In 2024, $315. In July, $450. Robert started cutting back on one of his medications. Without telling his doctor. The lights or the pills, he said. Can't afford both. He had a heart attack in September 2024. When the ambulance arrived, it was 29 degrees in the house. The air conditioner was off. He survived. But now he has a $10,000 hospital bill. And he still isn't paying his electricity bill. Translation: retire, do everything right, then let the electricity bill try to kill you. July 2024. Hurricane Beryl hits Houston. 2.2 million people are without power. The largest outage in Centerpoint history. Some neighborhoods are in the dark for 9 days. Heat index reaches triple digits. 36 people die. 75%, 27 people, were over 60. Oscar Rodriguez, 78. Hyperthermia. Pamela Jarrett, 64. In a wheelchair on a feeding tube, died after 4 days without power. Charles Yanez, 60. Bedridden, paralyzed, died of heat stroke. Mark Edward Rutland, 64. His oxygen concentrator stopped when the power went out. What did Abbott say? Nothing. Compare that to June 2021, when Abbott signed Senate Bill 3. Everything that needed to be done was done, he said. These laws will ensure these problems never happen again. 4 years later, 27 seniors died after Hurricane Beryl. Because there was no electricity. Abbott celebrated new business investments in other cities. Promoted the Texas Miracle economy. Tweeted about companies moving to Texas. But when seniors died in Houston, silence. When families chose between medicine and electricity, nothing. When 1/3 of Texans paid bills late, Abbott said absolutely nothing. Translation: if it's not good for a photo op, we won't talk about it. Houston isn't alone. Texas' entire electricity system is failing. Dallas, Encore transmission charges have increased 36% since 2017. Fort Worth, same Encore, same increases. Austin, partially regulated but still increases. San Antonio, CPS Energy, regulated market, is raising rates too. The pattern is clear. Utility companies are spending billions. They're adding it to your bill. Abbott says nothing. The companies are earning guaranteed profits. Centerpoint gets a 9.4% guaranteed return on capital. The more you spend, the more you earn. $32 billion in investment, billions in guaranteed profits. Who pays? You. And Abbott. He's taken $30 million from energy companies since 2014. Translation: we spend billions on infrastructure, you pay, we get guaranteed profits, we donate to the governor. The system works perfectly. Not for you, but for us. Pay Less Power Survey, March 2024. 32% of Texans paid their bills late. 7% went to collection agencies. 20% racked up credit card debt for electricity, averaging $688. 51% said managing electricity payments was stressful. Community Action Corporation of South Texas received 52,000 calls in 2024. Could only help 1,000 people. Baker Ripley, Houston. A staff member said, "There was a senior that I still work with to this day. She literally was considering taking her own life because she was struggling to pay her energy bills." No one wants to admit the pattern. But the truth is, companies made billions off Uri, then donated millions to Abbott. Abbott said, "We fixed everything." Prices rose 29%. Families were left behind. Seniors died. And Abbott He celebrated other things. This is the story of how electricity bills skyrocketed in Texas. A 29% increase since 2020. Another 29% by 2030. An average debt of $1,400. And Governor Abbott? He celebrated economic opportunity elsewhere, while families cut back on medicine. We are the home of more economic opportunity, Abbott said. Mary and Estrella ate a bologna sandwich in the dark. The Texas miracle was always a liar. Companies came for tax breaks. They built facilities, promised permanence. Then they made profits, raised prices, left families behind. Abbott can't fix this. He can't force utility companies to spend $32 billion. They already are. He can't lower prices, because every dollar spent guarantees profit. He can't protect families, because the system wasn't designed to protect. The system was designed to make money. For corporations. So he says nothing. He just celebrates job creation elsewhere. He claims Houston isn't bleeding. The people Abbott told he fixed everything are now paying the price. David Thompson, 73, is doing contract work. Jennifer Martinez is getting calls from a collection agency. Robert Williams had a heart attack because the AC was too expensive. They did everything right. And they lost everything. Because in Texas, subsidies go to corporations, layoffs go to workers, bills go to families, and governors celebrate elsewhere. If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really happening in Texas, hit that subscribe button because this story isn't over. More rate increases coming, more families struggling, more seniors dying in the heat while Abbott celebrates elsewhere.